Thank God for critical captures. There was a herd of Fennekin right where I ended the episode last time. I was certainly going to catch one this time. Fennekin, the fox Pokemon. This Pokemon gets worked up easily. Its body can also overheat, so it uses its ears to dissipate the heat and calm down. So that's another one added to the Pokedex, and another starter for us. And now it's the dang freaking Litleo. What's up, everyone? This is a Destroyer 229, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Scarlet. Last time, we managed to get through the first part of Piran's quest. We managed to get all of the necessary Pokemon that we needed for Pokedex completion purposes in order to finally begin that quest. And in the end, we managed to catch the Blood Moon Ursaluna. In this episode, we are going to, at the very least, see what Piran has to say upon coming to Blueberry Academy, but we're not going to be doing her quest today. Goodness knows I have nowhere near the amount of Pokemon that I'm going to need, but we can at the very least talk to her. Hey, wait a minute. Don't I know you from somewhere? Oh, that's right, my old partner. How are you, partner? I mean, Destro? Hey, Piran. That's right. Good old Piran is still kicking around. You doing well? You doing well yourself, yeah? I sure appreciate all the help you gave me back in Kitakami, tracking down the Blood Moon Beast. Never thought I'd bump into you like this. How about I teach you a new pose to celebrate? Oh, cool. We immediately get a new emote. Oh, but what about that Growlithe I entrusted to you? Is he doing alright? Maybe put him on your team sometimes and do a bit of adventuring together. I mean, it's barely been any time, but I mean, you do have a whole DLC's worth of weight between the two quests. So you're here as some sort of exchange student, huh? Nice. What a coincidence. I just started working here. As a photographer, of course. Well, that's pretty amazing that you managed to land such a gig. Yeah, pretty much is, right? Though I'm still sort of waiting to hear if the school likes my work, to be fair. They say they want snapshots of the terrarium and the students and all the upcoming marketing stuff. So, how about some photos of you? Speaking of photos, I've got a hot tip I could let you in on. But if I told you, I bet you'd just go running right off. How about this? I'll snap some candid shots of you catching lots of Pokemon in the terrarium. Don't worry, you won't even notice I'm nearby. If I make enough headway in my work by the time you register, say, 200 Pokemon in the Blueberry Pokedex, I'll share that hot tip. Alright, so there we go. We have our quest now. So that's gonna be a bit before we can really do anything about that, because we're at about 50 Pokemon now. We did catch that Charmander and now the Fennekin. So I mean, at the very least, that's eventually going to be 6 Pokemon. But we've still got a long ways to go. We are nowhere near that reward. Though the first one is an ability capsule, which is really nice. Still, that's not what we are primarily going to be doing today. What we are going to be trying to do first is see how far we can get in catching all of these legendary Pokemon. While we won't be able to do any group quests, I'm hoping we can at the very least get through as many quests as possible and catch as many legendaries out there. Okay, so for 30 solo quests, who do we get? We get Glastrier! I've never caught a Glastrier. I mentioned this before. I never got the Sword and Shield DLC just because I was really disappointed in Sword and Shield. Did not feel like paying any additional money for the DLC, despite the good things I heard about the DLC. So getting Glastrier would be really nice. There's Glastrier, there's the Ghost version, there's Calyrex, and there's Kubfu. I've never had any of those Pokemon before, so this will be interesting. There's the Glastrier treat. You know Glastrier? Frighteningly rare, that one. Not your run-of-the-mill Pokemon. Speaking of Glastrier, I do recall this one particular account when I was a younger feller. I was off hiking along Paldea's peaks for a bit of fun, mountain climbing being a bit of a hobby. I was trekking up and up those snowy hillsides, and I figured I must have been nearly to the summit when I came across some ruins. Perhaps they'd been a house once? The wall still looked sound enough that I thought I could take shelter and have myself a little rest. I'd no sooner drawn close for a look than this Pokemon appeared, white as the driven snow. Glastrier had been sleeping inside. When it popped its long face out, my fright nearly froze my heart. Loves that snack you have there, so you might just have a shot of meeting it too. Alright, so 30 gives us Glastrier. Let's see. And 40. So I guess we'll do Glastrier and we'll also do whatever this one is. And then catch them and come back. Moltres! Ooh. Okay, one of the legendary birds. There's a Moltres treat. No Moltres, blah 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 blah. Speaking of Moltres, I do recall this one particular encounter. I was off doing a spot of rock climbing over in western Paldea at the time. The weather was sure something else that day. Sandstorms were kicking up the whole desert. My mouth was as sandy as the ground. I was about ready to call it quits when Moltres appeared in a blaze of glory, so bright you could see it through the blowing sands. Don't know if it meant to cheer me on, but it certainly did, and I completed my climb that day. Okay, so Glastrier is up in the mountains. Moltres is in the desert. Gonna be interesting, but let's go ahead and head on over and try to find Moltres first. There's only so many spots in the desert that Moltres can theoretically hide in. He did say he was trying climbing somewhere, and there are a few plateaus that might be interesting. I think up there might just get us... I mean, it's worth a shot just trying to take a look at the top portions here. The problem, though, that I have is that I'm not entirely sure... Yeah, because that basically is technically outside. We can check these plateaus over here. The problem is like, I don't exactly know what the render distance is when it comes to the Pokemon actually spawning in. So, it'll be a little bit, but hopefully Moltres isn't too difficult. Unlike some of those other ones that we saw, this one shouldn't be too bad. Especially since it's like, oh, well, it's just somewhere in the desert. How hard could that be? But at the very least, we can go ahead and take a look. What was that? Weird, what was that? Oh, it's an earthworm. For a moment, I thought it was that dung beetle Pokemon. It's like, wait, what is that? Is that what it should look like? Nah, it was just an earthworm. Glad to see everything is glitchy as usual. Okay. Let's see. Well, we've got a Gimmighoul there. Another Rufflet. A Flittle. Bunch of Donphan and Phanpy, which... not entirely sure how they would have gotten up here. let's see. Moltres maybe up here? There's a guy up here. Huh. Well, I'm sure it wouldn't really take too much to actually beat him at this point. But I'm not looking for trainers, I'm looking for Moltres. More visual glitches. It's not Scarlet and Violet without them. Okay, so this is the last real big kind of plateau area. Things that I immediately was able to see. Okay, rare candies. I could always use more of those. Pretty sure I've been through all of these. I'm kind of hoping that Moltres just isn't on the ground portion around here. Because that could be a little bit more problematic if I have to literally comb the desert to try to find it. And again, it could be in like one of these other smaller places. Like up here. I mean, it's not, but it could. Anyway, I'll go ahead and just kind of take a quick look around. Just for a bit. If I can't find it, then I really don't want to have to look up a guide for every single one of these locations. I'd like to at least find some of these legendary Pokemon on my own. But you know what? Time is a precious commodity. So we'll see. But I'll give it the old college try to see if I can't try to find at the very least where Moltres could be. Try not to leave any stone unturned. Especially if I need to just kind of look through any potential other areas I might have looked over before. So I'll go ahead and just kind of look through these different plateaus. There might be a few over here. But we'll see. So I'll go ahead, explore around, and we'll see if I can find Moltres. Aha! That didn't take long. Somehow I missed that on the first go around. And I'm going to complete wrong direction. Okay, but yeah, that is not exactly a far render distance in order to find a Pokemon. So that's not exactly good. Could very easily just gloss over where a Pokemon could be. But anyway, now that we've saved, let's see if we can't try to catch a Moltres. Okay, so can we get lucky with 2 quick ball catches in a row? Ah, you're gonna be like that, huh? Okay, Endure is interesting. There is no way that this move is only 90% accurate. Like, seriously, I missed Thunder Wave trying to catch the freaking Fennekin. I really hope they revert Thunder Wave's accuracy in Gen 10. Because, good God, is it annoying at 90%. Okay, so that shouldn't be too bad in order for Ephraim to basically tank that. Sky Attack, Endure. Endure will be nice. It is level 70. I could Terrasilize into a Dragon type. That way I lose my Stab. I lose Stab, and Moltres should resist this. I am significantly higher leveled than it, but I did save. So I'm hoping that with the loss in Stab and being not very effective, Moltres should survive this. Ooh, half. Okay, well, I'm glad that I also terrestrialized because of that. I don't think I'm going to be able to do a lot more unless Moltres knows Roost. But that's 3 moves that we know. Endure, Sky Attack, and Overheat. Okay, so let's go ahead. We'll check another Ultra Ball, and hopefully we can catch this thing pretty quickly. Easier said than done. The other thing would be if Moltres had some way of increasing its special defense. If it did that, then I'd feel confident using another attack on it, but I don't exactly have the best confidence right now. At least with stamina, I can take those sky attacks all day. Overheat isn't going to do a whole lot, but considering it lowers its special attack after doing so, that won't be a problem in the slightest. I wish I could do something more about it, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do a lot more than I already have. Especially with the team as is. Jehudi might? But unfortunately, its grass-type move always crits, and I'd rather not chance that. Of course, then the other thing is I might just have to rely on a critical capture. Which, to be fair, with all the catching I've been doing, that should increase the odds of critical capture occurring. So I might have better odds? I don't know what exactly the odds are when it comes to that. Okay, well now it's at a -6 special attack. Alright, you know what? Just for kicks, let's just toss a regular Pokeball. Can you match the colors? No, of course not. Yeah, and that's the problem with Endure, is that I have zero idea when it will be using that. So unless it's just using it constantly, by proxy of it used up all of the other PP for its moves, that is not going to be something I'll be able to predict! Yes! Don't need it, though! Alright, Moltres is caught. Alright, so next stop, we need to head on over. The problem is, he mentioned something about a house somewhere. Maybe here? Let's try there as our destination. We'll fly to the Glaciato Gym. It's as good a spot as any. So let's see if we can't try our best to get over there. He mentioned it was somewhere near a house. I mean, that looks like just some ruins over there. So, possibly? Let's see, Bergmite. A Spiritomb? Hold on, a Spiritomb? Okay, I'm not sure if it's in any additional Pokedexes, but I am very much wanting to catch a Spiritomb. These things are really freaking hard to come by. Just in any Pokemon game. Oh, wow, you're gonna be like that, huh? Oh, no, you're gonna be like that, huh? Okay, I am mostly certain it can use Curse again. Just immediately. Oh no. Please catch this thing very quickly. There we go. Woo! I don't know if Spiritomb is available in any other Pokedex, but I was not going to miss that chance. Spiritomb, the forbidden Pokemon. Its constant mischief and misdeeds resulted in it being bound to an odd keystone by a mysterious spell. Neat. Okay, now let's see if we can't try to find the Pokemon that we are here for. Now, nothing is saying that this is the actual location. However, it is close to a ruined building, so that does kind of put me at a decent... Well, I'm glad I found that right away. Okay, what is that? That is just a Snom. That just a regular Snom? That is just a regular Snom. Okay, well, the good news is that we found it very quickly. Let's go ahead, Super Potion, then Regular Potion, and we should be good, and then save. Okay, let's see if we can't try to catch you right away. Okay, so, first things first. Quick Ball! Dang, I'm only going to get the Latios, aren't I? Okay, Iron Defense is interesting. Raising up regular defense, that will help in trying to lower its HP. Oh, thank goodness, Thunder Wave hit first time for once. I was gonna say hit first. It's like, well, not quite right. Okay, Taunt. Not super offensive in the moment. Okay, Glastier. Glastier is definitely ice. I don't know what other typing it has, if it indeed has another typing. Let's see. What would be potentially good? Jehudi, maybe? Let's try Jehudi. Jehudi is at least... Well, its attacks shouldn't really be all too bad, especially with that Iron Defense. Thrash. Ooh. Okay, well that might be a problem. Let's go ahead and try a Night Slash. Okay, decent damage. And of course it's not. Oh, there we go, Paralysis. Though I doubt it'll be confused. Oh no, the confusion does go off. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna try an Aerial Ace. Perfect! Okay. Oh no. Oh no, I just realized. Oh no. And Double Edge. It doesn't have an Ice-type move? Thrash? Double Edge? Oh god, it has Recoil! Okay, this is going to be a lot more annoying than I thought it would be. And this is why we save before doing anything. Okay, so note to self, don't actually weaken this thing. It has recoil and can inflict confusion on itself. So that is really bad. Please work. Oh man! I was so close! I was really hoping that would work! Because dear god is this going to be annoying. It has recoil, which means I can't reliably weaken it, otherwise it's just going to take itself out. I mean, I guess I could. Hunter hard counters, actually. It has Iron Defense, it has Taunt, and then Thrash and Double Edge. So unless its ability is... Unless it has Refrigerate for an ability, then I should be good. I don't think it does, though. Okay, so we do have a way to hard counter this by weakening it without it killing itself. Okay, second Iron Defense. That'll help out a little bit more. And thankfully, I can just switch straight on over to Hunter. Since I've already paralyzed it, I can't poison it by accident. Yeah, and it doesn't have Refrigerate, so any ghost just hard counters this. Okay. Now, weakening it is going to still be a bit of an issue. Still, its defense is at +6. I think I could probably go with a Brick Break and be fine. Ooh, yeah, that did a bit more than I would have really liked, but it still works to my advantage. Alright, let's go ahead and Shadow Punch. Okay, I think one more Shadow Punch. I don't think Taunt... I always forget... Oh no! Ooh! I always forget which move does... You can't use the same move twice in a row, and you can't use anything that isn't a direct attacking move. Okay, we are deep in the red and paralyzed, and it can't do anything. So hopefully... Oh, so close. Okay. Hopefully nothing stupid happens. But the only way anything stupid happens is if it basically has to struggle. So at this point, it's just a matter of chucking Pokeballs. And I'm definitely going to want to buy more Dusk Balls, too. So I'm not entirely sure what all the... Well, Iron Defense and Taunt should have quite a bit of power points. So I don't think I'm in risk of it struggling itself to death. Ah. At least not at this point in time. I think I'm doing pretty well. The main problem that I have is I do not have that many Dusk Balls left. So hopefully I can catch it without too much issue. Could always just try to go with a more fitting Pokeball. Even though the odds of it working is not the greatest. You know what, though? I think you would look really snazzy in a Dive Ball. The blues would complement you nicely. Dang. Oh, well, I tried. Let's go back to the Dusk Ball. It's like, no! Leave this for the other legendary horse. Which I'm willing to bet is the what you would get if you were playing Violet. Okay, come on, get in the Pokeball. Ugh. Man, this is gonna take a while. I cannot believe that worked! Like, I don't know why that worked. Like, Dive Balls were consistently getting at least one shake, and I was thinking, okay, I'm gonna stop this if I get a 0 shake one. But I didn't! That was so dumb! I love it! Okay, let's maybe take a look at what we got here. Okay, Moltres. Very good attack and special defense. Good special attack and physical defense. Speed and HP leave much to be desired. Hurricane was its other move. Endure, Overheat, and Sky Attack. Have anything else any day? Heat Wave, Roost, Air Slash, Incinerate. Okay, interesting. What about Glacier? Glacier is a pure ice type. That is not great at all. I mean, I guess attack and speed are honestly not too... Well, actually... Yeah, speed doesn't help it at all. Chilling Neigh. When the Pokemon knocks out a target, it utters a Chilling Neigh which boosts its attack... It's... Moxie. That's just Moxie. Okay. Well... Those honestly leave a lot to be desired, and the legendaries don't have any marks, so that's cool. But hey, I have myself a Glacier, which I've never had before, so that's neat. Actually, curiosity's sake, do either of these... Dang. None of those two have any marks. Okay. So we could continue just going and doing more legendary Pokemon hunting, but I think I'd like to try to get a little bit more work done kind of somewhere else along the way. Now, before we go and do... That's a lot of Delibird. Before we go and do that, I was told that after doing the epilogue section, we should go and talk to Arven. Arven apparently has some additional dialogue. So let's go ahead, head back to Narinha, talk to Arven, and then we can head back on over to Blueberry Academy. Ah, perfect. So, does he have any additional dialogue? Oh, that's Scarlet book. Did you borrow the copy in the entrance hall? Ah, of course you did. That book holds a lot of memories for us, little buddy. That's it? Our trip to Kitakami was the best! Glad I could go together with all my buds. Thanks again for inviting us along. Okay, anything else? He has one line of dialogue. Okay, well that was kind of anticlimactic. Okay, well that was not quite what I anticipated. However, we are going to head on over to the League Room. We have quite a bit... Kieran's not here. What? I mean, the other Elite Four members are here. Yo, champ. Gotta thank you again for conquering the BB League. All the tension here melted right away once we got our new champion. If I had my Drayster Druthers, Kira and I'd be having fun battling again. Thought we'd have patched things up by now, but I guess things ain't that simple. It'll work out. In time. You know just what to say, huh? Good quality in a reigning champion. Guess I ended up kind of using you to try to get what I wanted, huh, bud? Sorry about that. Didn't mean to. Dropped the slacker life for once, and I just got carried away. Anyway, I hope you'll accept my apology. No attitude, just gratitude. Okay, neat. What about you two? Hey, Hammerus! Can I have some of those supplements that let Pokemon fly? Why do you want them? 'Cause I want to fly? And why do you want to fly? 'Cause flying sounds like fun? I don't follow you. Permission to use flying supplements denied. Oh, come on! You're such a wet blanket. I want to go flying on Magmortar. That's absurd. Oh, well. Anyway, let's go ahead and call upon a special coach. Now, we already did one for Kofu. But But I did see just what exactly you kind of get for kind of hanging out with people. And one particular note that I really want to try to do is talk to Katie. So let's go ahead and fight Katie over. My name's Katie, and I'm the owner of Patisserie Soapberry in the Paldea region. Oh, that's right. I was called here as a gym leader, not a patissier. I cannot pronounce that. Well, I mean, I guess we can go and talk to her. If I had to... Well, I mean, she uses bug types, so Cody would honestly be pretty good. I think at least doing a battle once with each of the guests would certainly be in order. So let's go ahead and talk to her first. I thought I talked to her. She moved when I hit A. Oh, hello, Destro. I didn't think I'd run into you at a faraway place like this. Well, I'm the one that called you here. Oh, you're the one who called me here. I'm flattered. Now our chance encounter suddenly seems to make sense. Well, then I ought to slip into coach mode if I was here as such. I think it's high time we taught this academy how lovely bug-type Pokemon are. Okay. Oh my, could this be an invitation to battle? Sure is. I can't wait to get a taste of your tactics. Bet you've really emerged from your cocoon since last time. Alright, so Katie rematch. Our first Pokemon is Spidops. Okay, shouldn't really be too big of a deal. I'm guessing they're all gonna be... Yeah, pretty much. They're all around what Kofu's level was. Honestly, Cody should work just fine for this. Alright, next is Fortress. Okay, a little bit of an issue, but shouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Ugh. Uh-oh. Okay, that is gonna be a problem. Are they gonna use it again? No, it uses Curse. Okay. Hopefully that defense boost isn't good enough to survive this. Good, 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 good. Okay, that could have been far worse if it decided to keep using Stone Edge. Alright, next is Araquanid. Okay, Bug Water. Shouldn't be too big of a deal. Water type doesn't really help it against Cody. Especially with the level difference. Level difference helps out a lot. Alright, next is Low Kicks. Doesn't seem like she's really using too many, like, powerful bug-type Pokemon? Like Spidops, Low Kicks. I mean, yeah, they are Paldean bug Pokemon, but not really too threatening. Heracross! Now, that would ordinarily be a very threatening Pokemon. Thankfully, though, I've got a bird. Now, I'm assuming that she still has her Teddiursa, which would be an Ursaring. Yeah. Grit and perseverance. It's what bug types are all about. We're turning this battle on its head. It would be interesting if she actually had, like, an Ursaluna instead of just an Ursaring. I mean, I get why. Like, you can't get regular Ursaluna in this game. But still, it would have been interesting. Decoration time, my little Ursaring! Let's get you some antenna and bug you up! And thankfully, just an aerial ace. Bam. Clean sweep. Alright, not really too much to worry about. But at the very least, like, the battle wasn't really the main reason to do this. There is something that we can get from her. Oh my, beautiful job. There is something we can get from her, and it is very specifically the item that we can get from Katie that I really want. I suppose I should expect no less from a trainer such as you. You made quick work of my team. You really have grown as such a beautiful young trainer. Could I interest you in a little dessert after your victory? And that's the reason we did this. Sweet Herba Mystica. The thing that we need to finally finish the last freaking quest for the teachers. So we can go back to Sangaro and give this to him. Really difficult to find these things, because I think you can only get them in raid dens, but I don't know if you need, like, a specific difficulty for them, like if you need to go to the black ones for this. I hope the road ahead of you continues to be sweet and gentle. Does she have anything else to say? It's thanks to the hard work of my staff at Patisserie Soapberry that I'm able to go on excursions like this. Don't forget to cherish all the people who support you. Okay. So that is at least trip number 1 with her. And at the very least, now that we have the sweet Herba Mystica, let's maybe finish up this quest. Now, to be fair, I really didn't try all too much to look at the various raid dens to find this thing. But honestly, like, I really didn't want to try to do a bunch of grinding just to find it. And again, the grinding for all the different candies may not have necessarily would have been a bad thing. Master Destro, have you anything to report about the sweet Herba Mystica? Just got it. So this is sweet Herba Mystica. I must create something with it right away. It's so very sweet! My, what ambrosial sweetness! It's like a sweeter honey! A much sweeter honey! Yes, as if honey's sweetness were multiplied by 100! Hey, Mr. Sangaro, what you eating? It smells super sweet! You look so happy eating it! No! You see, there is a reason for this. You don't look like someone who likes sweets, but that's pretty cool. Pretty cool? I spent my entire life trying to maintain the image that others have of me. And now I see that it is possible to reconcile the difference between my outward appearance and my inner love of sweets. Well then, Master Destro, here's a reward for your efforts, as promised. We got a cup. Yay. Thanks to you, I was able to have a most delicately sweet experience. Moreover, I even feel that my narrow-minded views have broadened ever so slightly. Please accept my heartiest of thanks. Hey. And that should be the last of the teacher quests. Alright. God, that has been a long time coming, and when I started this, I wasn't actually sure if we would ever get back to finishing that. But that is completed, and we are definitely going to go ahead and call it a day. So, next time on Let's Play Pokemon Scarlet. We still... I mean, we definitely have a lot of Pokemon that we certainly could catch. Ooh. You know what? I'm gonna see if I can go and catch a Scizor. because that is going to be very difficult for me to try to do regularly. I mean, there's only so many Pokemon that are available in the Pokedex. 243. There may be a few others, but Petrarun being like a DLC one, I don't think so. So being able to only miss 43 Pokemon total in the entire Blueberry Dex, that is going to be in... Wait, why is there a marker? Why is there a marker there? Hold on, what's the marker? Oh, from the... I'm dumb. The whole reason I came here. Anyway, being able to only miss 43 Pokemon, and that's including stuff that I assume are like the legendary beasts that are just... Oh, there they are. Being able to just basically have the legendary beasts that are Paradox Pokemon. God, I wanted to say Ultra Beast. It's like, no, that's something entirely different. Being able to... Because those two definitely count. I would assume at this point. Ah, dang. But at any rate, being able to basically mitigate as much of this as possible is going to be a trip. And that also includes all of the different starter Pokemon that we're going to need to have access to. So with how few Pokemon that we could really miss out on, we could use as much help as we could possibly get. So if there's an outbreak for a Pokemon that I can only get through trade, something that I really can't do under ordinary circumstances, then I am definitely going to take the advantage there. I'm getting ridiculous. Okay, come on. Get in the Dusk Ball. Okay, really? You're starting to piss me off here. I'll try one more Dusk Ball. If not, then I'm gonna switch on over to Ephraim. Okay, we're switching to Ephraim then. Anyway, I suppose I should realistically do my outro. Next time on Let's Play Pokemon Scarlet. And that part out. We are going to continue our excursion in trying to wrap up what we have left to do. We obviously need to do a lot more BBQ quests because we need a lot of BP if we are going to be able to get enough of the trainers to come by. So we're going to need to do quite a bit of work before we can do that. That means getting more BP, and that means, well, a lot of different BBQ quests. BBQ quests. Okay, let's go ahead. Terastallize Flash Cannon. Let's hope this doesn't accidentally faint it. But in the meantime, in terms of other things to do, I guess we could just invite more of the different gym leaders. Granted, what we need to do is invite the same gym leader 3 times. We can do that, then we'll be able to get more people to show up. So that would be the primary way of going through this. Oh, come on! That's a primary way of going through this, admittedly. So, we're gonna need to do that, and that's where all the BP is gonna come in. Ideally, though, there'd be other sort of quests, but it's hard to really think of what else we realistically need to do that wouldn't just be, let's get a bunch of BP and go and talk to the gym leaders. But at the very least, we have legendary Pokemon hunting, so we can go make some more progress in that. Probably invite Katie and Kofu together, so then that way we get their second meetings for both of them, and go from there. Come on! Why is this so difficult? So we'll go ahead, we'll work on that. Ideally, we probably try to get both of them taken care of and then try to focus on something else. But in the meantime, we'll just keep on working on the legendary Pokemon. If we hit just like a stopping point, because we've only done X amount of quests and there's more that we can do, then we might switch gears to do the whole catching spree. That's going to cause us to get a lot more BBQs taken care of, which will also give us BP. So we'll work towards both of those. Finally! But I'd like one more episode in before I have to do another training montage. Just for my own sanity. Scizor, the pincer Pokemon. This Pokemon's pincers, which contain steel, can crush any hard object they get a hold of into bits. Alright, well that's at least one rare Pokemon. Something that we could not get otherwise. Okay, so is there any other Pokemon outbreaks currently that I could not get? Is it just Inkay and Scizor? It's just Inkay, Scizor, and Smeargle. Alright, well that's not really too helpful. Oh, it's just different colored shrubbery. I thought maybe there was a Grimer there. Dag. Oh, well, whatever. Like I said, we've got lots of different BBQs we can work on. Lots of different other side activities we can work on. So we'll steadily work on those. Try to get one more episode before we have to do the big ol' montage. Again. And we will go from there. So we need swimming, terrestrializing to defeat a Pokemon, and... you know what? We can try to catch a Tyrogue, sure. I'll go ahead and take this picture of the polar biome. That way that's another quest taken care of. And... none of these Pokemon want to be caught! Why are baby Pokemon hard to catch? Anyway. We're gonna need 2 more of those, oh dear god. Tyrogue, the Scuffle Pokemon. This earnest Pokemon battles all sorts of opponents, searching for the fighting style that suits it best. Anyway, we'll take a picture and then I will officially just end this video. So anyway... we are going to go do as much as we can to try to fill up the last of the loose ends that we still have to do. And then afterwards, we can go and see what we can do about doing a montage. Okay, Pokemon, polar biome. There it is. Quillfish. Ankylosis, just in case. Alright, so until next time, everyone. Take care.